Sonic Mania is a retro-flavored romp, taking direct inspiration from the 16-bit games that originally propelled Sonic and Friends to superstardom. It's proof that no matter how much time passes, great gameplay is always in style. Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles are back to fight Eggman's horses the best way they know how. Running, jumping, spin dashing, flying, and gliding their way to victory across 12 zones. You'll see classic zones from Genesis-era Sonic games, like Chemical Plant, Stardust Speedway, and Lava Reef, alongside all new areas like Studiopolis and Mirage Saloon. But even the old zones are packed with plenty of new tricks. They're bigger, more elaborate, and filled with traps and gimmicks, both old and new, that tickle your nostalgia bone and leave you totally wowed. Sonic Mania is a feast of classic 2D art. Reworked Sonic stages look more beautiful than ever before, packed with color and dazzling visual flourishes, while the new zones' art style meshes perfectly with the iconic look of classic Sonic. Everything has more detail and animation than ever before, giving Sonic and Friends, along with their enemies, a lot of personality despite zero dialogue. The soundtrack is also top-notch, packed with remixes of classic Sonic tunes alongside all new compositions. Gameplay-wise, Sonic Mania has all the crucial elements that go into making a great Sonic adventure. Big, elaborate stages, responsive controls and movement physics, interesting and engaging gimmicks, lots of hidden nooks and crannies to discover, and tricky hazards that challenge you to stay alert and act fast. I love replaying many of these stages over and over, learning more about their flow and design and improving my play every time I revisit them. And you will have to replay these stages a fair bit, because there are numerous hidden special levels you'll need to conquer to collect the Chaos Emeralds and see Sonic Mania's true ending. In special stages, you chase a UFO through a 3D landscape by collecting speed-enhancing blue spheres and rings. It's a fun concept, but these stages do have problems. It can be tough to see barriers that block your way on the ground, and collision detection on some objects seems off. You'll probably need to try quite a few times before you get all those emeralds. Also returning are bonus stages from Sonic 3, which don't unlock emeralds but do unlock bonus features in the game upon completion. They start out easy, but you'll soon find them becoming very tricky, and doing all the stages perfectly will take quite a bit of time and practice. As great as Sonic Mania is, it does make a couple of missteps. The developers have done their best to pack a lot of nostalgia into the game, but it's really the new elements of Sonic Mania that are the most memorable and exciting, and I would have liked more focus on those. Chances are that if there was something you saw in an old Sonic game, it's in Sonic Mania somewhere, even if it wasn't a particularly good element of an old Sonic game. For example, it's neat to see a callback to Sonic 2's Sky Chase Zone. But let's face it, the forced auto-scrolling and wonky controls in Sky Chase Zone were not very fun then, and they're still not great now. And while the game's boss fights are generally pretty cool, some of them, like the Studiopolis mid-boss, have a tendency to drag. I know old Sonic games didn't have checkpoints between multiple bosses, but it wouldn't have hurt to add them to Sonic Mania. Still, even when Sonic Mania stumbles a bit, it's just little speed bumps in the road. It doesn't take long before you're enjoying yourself again, eagerly anticipating what sort of wacky wonders the game will throw at you next. It truly is the classic throwback longtime series fans have been clamoring for. But there's plenty to love here even if you didn't grow up with a Genesis. Sonic Mania is a stellar example of a retro revival done right.